Welcome to another episode of the Making of a Superhuman series. As you know, in this series, I've been introducing absolutely phenomenal personalities who are helping other people to change their life, transform their lives, health, wellness, mind, body, spirit in different spaces. And today, I have got an amazing personality with me. I would rather say world renowned personality with me, who himself is standing in front of the world and saying how a transformation is possible on the physiological and also in the psychological level. I have with me the legend Alistair Overeem. Alistair, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Yes.
In fact, Alistair, I think the entire world has been amazed about the way you have transformed in the recent past. And that would be something people would like to know, how the transformation happened in your life.
Yes. So I'm actually amazed myself about the transformation, and I can explain a little bit how it got to be. Well, I already during the presentation was explaining my daughter's phone addiction. I was so appalled by the situation that prompted me to research it in depth, treating it as an opponent, as an enemy, as a next fight, basically, and I'm used to just putting everything in there, every little detail that I can, every little knob that I can turn. And I found what was wrong with my daughter, the phone addiction, the dopamine, how that works negatively on the system, but also other aspects, the blue light, which is disrupting our melatonin, day and night rhythm, the dopamine giving us cravings, oftentimes leading us to eat bad nutrition, bad food with all the consequences thereof. Also, the saturated colors, which literally once you get rid of your phone, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna see, all the colors become the world literally
That's
becomes
right.
more beautiful,
More colorful also.
more colorful when you're not looking at this little screen.
Yeah.
Now, the way that this addiction forms is if you quit your phone 1 day, 2 days, you go back on, there's no reset.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to go deeper. You have to reset the receptors, and this takes 3 weeks. And this is why, in religious terms, I like to bring these religious terms in, because all we're doing is old techniques. It's already been done before. We're just learning, we're just rediscovering, relearning them. It's nothing new. I didn't discover anything. I just found something accidentally which was already there. So when you reset these receptors, in my case, life just literally became more beautiful. The colors became more vibrant. I started enjoying the small things in life, right? And this is what this dopamine does to you. When this dopamine, which slowly over time builds up, and this is where Ramadan was formed, right, by Muhammad, to reset the dopamine,
That's
to get
right.
rid of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, also when you're in fasted state, your body's cleaning itself, so it was genius. This is 1500 years ago. Where did it go? We kind of forget or something? So I'm just redoing these old ancient techniques. I'm a little bit the crazy person that keeps trying and experimenting. One of the speakers was talking about, we're just experimenting with ourselves. We're following our gut feeling. And it leads me to beautiful things. And this needs to come out. So I'm here to share this with the world. Everybody could do it. Just be off your phone for 1 month. In an easier sense, because this is hard for many people. In an easier sense, you want to replace your bad dopamine activities / habits with positive dopamine habits.
Yeah.
And if you do this, geez, your life is going to, because that's the thing. We're on Biohacking Summit. We're looking for the next thing, the next little gadget or knob to turn. But we need to take 2 steps back, maybe even 3, maybe even 4. Right? I'll be researching what else we can do. And I believe that the real growth is there. I can enjoy so much from quality time, but even this conversation, I'm just more in the now, more in the present. I don't
That's right.
care about my phone. I didn't even know where my phone is.
Yeah.
Before it was the game, it was Instagram. It's just nonsense, basically nonsense, because it's not real. It's in your mind, out your mind, and it's basically filling your mind with fiction.
Yeah.
Because everybody is great on social media, and everybody's like this. So it's not real. So I'm just humbly stumble across this, and I have this strong discipline, so I could push myself to do this reset. But I can highly recommend it to anybody, because it's going to refresh in your life and bring your life to new heights. With the children, they need help. Because, for example, my daughter, she just fell in that trap.
Mm.
She doesn't have a real life. She's not like she has friends. It's not like the youth these days are playing outside to the soccer field.
It's only the
Whereas
screen.
everything is a screen. So they're more at risk, more danger, and we grew up without the phone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we are used to climbing, falling, so we have a reference.
Yeah.
This is also why I take it as a motivation that I need to change it. It's not my parents that are going to do it, right? Because they're old. They don't even have they have a little bit different. They're not susceptible to the phone, but they maybe have it with the television.
Mm.
But our generation, you and me, because we're a little bit the same age,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit, couple weeks older, but we, no, but we have no phone and with phone. We know the difference.
Yeah.
So we need
That's
to do
right.
it. And that's a little bit
Absolutely.
what prompted me to come to Dubai, share my experiences. Nobody must do anything. It's all your own choice. But I can guarantee the whole world, once you experience this reset, you will not allow it to go back because you're just inhibiting your own life experience. And this biohacking summit was all about, making your life experience
absolutely.
better, right?
Yeah.
At least
Creating a
better.
best version. Yeah.
I'm all about the most. I want the maximum. That's a little bit my story. And but everybody who just wants it better, dopamine reset, get off your phones, get more in nature, replace those habits with positive habits,
Mm.
and then you're gonna get your reset very nicely day 21.
But without mobile right now you cannot live because you need to be in business, in profession, and there the requirement is very high. I think what you're focusing on is the kind of time people spend on the social media, right?
No. For me, there's certain devices, like for example Apple, it's flickering, which we don't notice, instantly lowering your consciousness,
That's right.
and it makes you stupid, and it gives you bad luck. Basically, that's how you could translate it. I believe our aim should all be as high conscious as possible, because this relates to beauty, inner beauty as well, effective creating your own reality. And if your consciousness is being suppressed, that's how I describe it, then you're not going to do anything. You're just going to exist, but at a low level. And for me, it's not a choice. For me, I would never accept. I will never accept myself to fall back in this loop of Instagram, and this is nonsense. It's nothing. It's not real.
Mm. It's a kind of an addiction towards
And to add, it absolutely there's an addiction. And if you would replace the phone, very easily this addiction can go into something else, because your dopamine requirement is high. It can go into alcohol or bad food, and that's a little bit what you're seeing everywhere. Now, to answer your question, because you had another part.
No, I was saying that people they need to communicate right now, so they need to have the device.
So we're not gonna live under a rock, right? Because you can't do anything anymore.
Absolutely.
This is nonsense. You can use the phone, you can call, you can text, you can use the WhatsApp, and that's it. So you're still reachable.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be
on the social
it
media.
No, it's not social media, but also Explorer and also YouTube can draw you in. YouTube has recommendations. Oh, the next clip, the next clip. Before you know it, it's 3-4 hours YouTube.
Yeah.
And then if you add some other, like TikTok is a very damaging app. Twitter as well, because no one of us is capable of carrying the load of negative news from the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're reading negative news, it's affecting you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, because you're observing it, and it's doing something to you.
Yeah.
And Twitter is not only good news. That's the thing. If it was like a little bit scientific, like for example, what's the app in China called?
Snapchats?
No, the other one. TikTok. TikTok is scientific.
Yeah.
That could be a little bit okay, a little bit scientific. But I now am at a point. Nothing is good.
Mm.
Calling, WhatsApp, texting, that's fine. And other than that, I don't use it anymore. I keep my dopamine real low.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very happy, very satisfied, and way more present in the
Because
now.
there has been scientific studies to support what you're saying, because the moment you start scrolling, it's a never-ending process, because if you look at Facebook or Insta, there is no stop. You keep on scrolling.
Yes.
Okay, one more.
Yeah, it's designed, in my opinion, to make people
You're addicted.
Yes, and to me that is directly a problem, because it's addictive. It's messing up your day and night rhythm. It's giving you cravings, so it's actually hurting you, because the cravings are going into junk food.
Yeah.
It's hurting your system.
Yeah.
To me, and I have a very strong sense of fighting injustice. I will never accept injustice. It's just in my system. injustice, I will fight it. And to me, this device we need to control it, and we need to not control us.
Absolutely,
And
that's
I'm just the first happen to find it. Quality of life will go
Yeah.
like this. You will feel better. So why not?
See, the greatest study is that, when you look at Facebook started with the scroll, continuous scroll, then the Insta came with the continuous scroll. And later on, that's why YouTube started the shorts. So where they understood that, it's not the kind of, this is the what people are habituated to. And they also started, actually
it's
feeling
part
the
of
same
our,
thing.
of our current economic model, which is always more, always up. And perhaps this will lead to a discussion about always up. Maybe always up is maybe not a good idea. Maybe we need to go in circles, or maybe we need to go in eights. Right? Eights is also beautiful.
Yeah.
That's continuous. That's infinite.
Yeah. So now that we know that screen time or reducing the screen time or to a certain extent to avoid whenever it's possible. As a peak performer, you yourself is a peak performer. What could be the common things what common people can do to maintain high performance level apart from this screen?
Okay, so I've basically I'm working on an app which is going to help people to get to peak performance.
Okay.
Ultimately, it's always by will, right? It's not just one little thing. It's a system of activities, and it's basically a lifestyle. So that will be also a little bit it will be a lifestyle app, and yeah, because you could get into hydration, proper sleep, but these details, if I would, it would be very easy. Here's the schedule. I'll see you in 10 years when you're world champion, and I will take 10%. It doesn't work like that. People need to be actually helped, coached.
Coached.
Re-education, I don't like the term, but maybe it is re-education, because you need to kind of guide people, right? Help people understand.
Yeah.
So this is my goals now. My second part of my life, I'll be focusing fully on this. And
You mean this app which you are going to bring out?
well, no, yeah, this app. So this is like these steps, right? And if you take the steps, you'll feel what it does to you. And all the steps are a month.
Okay.
So you do it 3 weeks, and you're going to feel like, boom, it's going to click on, and it's going to, wow, something's happening there. And I can bet everybody, once you do one step, you will be wanting more. And because your consciousness keeps rising. It's actually a consciousness app. And
Okay.
that's how I would describe it, the consciousness app. And it's your choice if you want to do it, if you don't want to do it, but you're gonna experience yourself every month as a jump. And I am doing this. I've identified the 36 steps, might become more, it most likely will become more. Your reality changes, it becomes better, it becomes fantastic.
So that's must be most to do with the do-it-yourself kind of thing. You require. Suppose I have your app. Can I do things by myself?
You can do absolutely things by yourself, but I will kind of build, create an accountability option.
Okay.
So you are sitting home, your friend is sitting home, and then you have to make each other accountable, because this
Alright,
is the
yeah.
way with these personal relationships it works. If you're just by yourself, you always, the power of group energy, the power of people together. For that matter, I'm also thinking about, because I'm going to have these challenges. Ice bath. When you're by yourself, like I have this crazy discipline. I can do it. I do it every day. I just go in there 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm sitting 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But not everybody is like that. And then in the group energy,
Yeah.
5 people together, you already have a massive, bigger effectiveness is just doing it. You're supporting each other. A simple example of the ice bath. You do it in the morning. You start your day with the victory. It will empower you for the rest of the day. Your whole day will be great. Just 2 minutes in the ice bath. So such simple. But where do you start? Right? Where do you start? And that's a little bit where the app will do. The app will guide people slowly, baby steps, and it will make them more secure, more confident. And if you can do it all 3 years, dozen once, you're gonna go from here, defeatist, to champion. That is 100% guaranteed. Because if you can just if you can just do all these things, and every step you'll start feeling better, more confident also.
Yeah.
So it's just this. I call it conscious program.
Absolutely, because I think right now at this point of time we are living in a world where the pace, the speed has increased, and people
Absolutely.
yeah
Absolutely.
people are looking at, oh, I need to do so many things at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
So where do you start? And that's a little bit difficult. And that's a little bit where I come in with the app, small steps, baby steps.
yeah.
And then there's no running, it's just baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
And be very gentle for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe somehow this thing is going to change the world. Because it's again not one step further, but it's 2 steps back. Slowing down, finding yourself, finding adversity, because we're used to always the choice with least resistance, right? And it starts at young age. Parents, oh, it's cold, put your jacket on. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Go and get cold and then
yeah.
get warm again by yourself. If it's really snowing, okay, then jacket.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different approach to what many of us has fallen into, because it's nobody's fault. But this is just a tool to help people.
I think
get better.
looking at all those things, what you're talking about, when it is more to do with implementation and taking responsibility, because yesterday in the World Biohack Summit session, you were talking about discipline. So I think the more important thing is that to get disciplined, even for keeping your mobile away from you, you need to have the discipline, right?
No, if dopamine is down, discipline is always required, but not my discipline. Like I have a little bit of weird, off balance, crazy discipline, which I'm very thankful for. Thank you. But the discipline can be built with baby steps.
Yeah, habituation.
If you can't go in the ice bath, start with take a cold shower. If you can't take the cold shower, take a medium shower.
Yeah.
If you can't take the medium shower, take a hot shower. Everybody can take a hot shower. Finish 10 seconds.
Baby steps.
Medium.
Yeah, yeah.
Finish medium 30 seconds. Finish medium 1 minute. And then you go only medium. And so all these baby steps. And some people will be more tough than others. They can even, like I'm the crazy guy, ice bath, let's go, I'll just jump in. Not everybody's like that, so it's just
That's
the
right,
baby
yeah.
steps. Introducing the baby step system. I use this also for the fight game, and I was very successful. Analyzing opponents, what are they doing? And I just start with the baby steps. Get my entire system used to the stress, because fighting is stress, everything is stress, by the way.
Yeah.
The ice bath is stress, the wrong food is stress, but it's a little bit stress and it's slowly increasing. And then before you know it, you're going to be there, and then this is where the reality changed. Like, if I give another example, my relationship with my mother, I'm living in America, she's in Netherlands. It's not great, right? I speak to her sometimes, she's getting older. Now that I can withstand stress, I'll explain what happened. My mother fell from the stairs, she broke her ankle. So our relationship is not good. She has broken ankle and in pain, she can't walk. I took care of my mother, I was there almost every day, doing groceries, making food. And she was mean to me.
Right.
But because I can withstand the stress,
Yeah.
it does not bother me. And our relationship is so wonderful right now. Right?
Amazing.
And this is one of the things, but we're going to start from the beginning. The phone must be defeated first. Because if the phone is still there, you're not in control of yourself, it's disrupting, it's actually, it's just disrupting your system. So the phone must go first. And this is step 1 in the plan. And most likely, I'm thinking I'm just going to do this phone thing for free. So step 1 will be free, right?
Okay.
We're going to figure that out. I still need to get into details,
Yeah, I understand.
and
yeah.
then there's going to be 35 more steps waiting for you after. And every time it will go up, and your ability to create your future, withstand stress, enjoy life, will go up too.
It's very good. I think you're very clear on one thing, that the screen time, I think, even though it will be hard for people to implement that, I'm sure when a person like you
It won't be
talking
hard.
about it,
It won't
it
be,
is not hard.
It's not hard. It's a this is what I do. It's going to be a choice. And the first week, you will feel the withdrawal symptoms, right? Oh, you're going to feel
like
oh,
for any other addiction.
you're going to feel like you're going to, exactly. But you just go through it. And the phone is gone, but we're going to put the positive doping in, dopamine. So you're going to go walks, you're going to eat apple, fruit. Hey, listen, fruit. They're talking about fruit sugar. Fruit has fructose, healthy. Eat as much fruit as you want. You're going to get your dopamine. Great. You're going to actually lose weight. You're going to get in shape.
Yeah.
And we're going to, this will be part of the program. We're going to fill it with all these positive dopamine, so you still not feel that bad. The only thing is you're not on your phone. But that you want to get through. And I can guarantee you, when people do this, they will never allow this phone to become a factor again, because it's just taking away your happiness. right? Just like my daughter. Back to my daughter. So I've since now a year and a half been building the relationship. I've been to all the sessions, understanding. I've been explaining to the specialists. I think it's the phone. They're not doing anything about it. They're just not taking it serious. So now it doesn't matter. I'm a person. I do things myself. So now the relationship is very solid between me and my daughter. I'm going to take her to Japan.
Wow.
So this will be a month trip. She knows all the details. She knows we're going to go to Japan. We're going to go to multi-cities. We're going to go to all the arenas where I fought.
Right,
a little bit nice for me too. We're going to eat Japanese. We're going to go by art studios. She draws. We're going to go to some temples. And we're going to be bored. And we're going to be off of our phone. And I already know day 21, 22, this reset will happen. And her depression, which causes her not to go to school, right? Because she's sitting like this. She, and there's a lot of kids like this.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
And this is a massive problem. And nobody is like, huh?
Yeah.
And I already know day 21, 22, that depression will be bye-bye. And she will have her life back. Because right now, everything is tough when it's sensitive. The doctors are wanting to give her antidepressives when she's 15. Right? This will never be the solution. Right? So again, 2 steps back, look what we have, reset, and there's multiple resets I've learned, right? Because this is just one of them. There's also fasting. There's the other day I was 3 days in the dark, just seeing what happens. There's all this fasting. The 2 steps back, the abstinence from input creates miracles. Because it's like after when you fast, you're not eating for 4 days, just water. Dry fast I still need to do, but water fast, there's just water and tea. The first meal you have is like, oh wow, it's like the first meal you ever have. It's like you experience all the things as you.
Yeah.
So we need to go to these systems, I believe.
Amazing, Alistair. I think a lot of tips. I think you're very straight on the subject and what people have to do. So thank you so much for joining this episode of The Making of the Superhuman. That was Alistair Overeem for you.